Hello and welcome back to OpenTTD, where we are looking at the peaceful Slenville and Tundworth cities, well rather village and town, really. This is the area in which we are going to build next in our continuing project of making loads and loads of metal. Despite the fact that our cities that we actually build in might not like it that much, we do build everywhere over here. And, well, as you can see, this ironworks over here is producing a rather large amount of metal already, and we are going to increase it as we have the last iron ore mine and a forest that, if we take a look at the map, is quite far away from everywhere else. We are going to hook up this iron ore mine towards this ironworks, and then, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to do some proper station building. It's going to be one of the first stations that is going to be very much more complex than the simple things that we have so far. But, like I said, we first need to get this last iron ore mine hooked up, and well, it's not really the last, but we'll leave these for another time, these three, as there is no wood for us to deliver to them. On the other hand, we could hook the... you know what, we might as well do it proper. So, this iron ore mine we will hook up first, along with the forest, and then we are going to worry about how we are going to hook up everything else. The only question is, though, are we going to hook up this iron ore mine from this direction, which is already ultra tight in space, or, and that has my preference, are we going to hook it up from the bottom, where there is loads more space, but it does pose quite a big detour, as we're gonna have to go like this. I think we should do the latter, or what we could do is move around like this. But I don't think that would be a good idea. And that would make for a very difficult... You know, ideally, we'd just arrive dead center on, but that's not possible, so... Yeah, well, alright, you know, we're gonna go down this way. So first, we might wanna win the hearts and minds of the cities nearby over here for our cause. Let's do that first, shall we? ladies and gentlemen, what do we have over here? A new locomotive that is available. This is the 442 Atlantic Steam, and we are going to check this one out straight away. Let's take a look over here at this new fancy locomotive, the Atlantic Steam. It can go a 128 kilometers an hour and has a 117 kilonewton powers. Now we are using this one mostly, which basically means that this Atlantic Steam is just a flat upgrade over the American Steam. Wow. It doesn't go any faster, it just pulls a little bit more. Is it more expensive to run? Yeah, quite a lot. It costs a hell of a lot more to run, yet it only gives us 11 kilonewton. That's like a 10% increase and this is all done by head calculation, and I know that I'm very, very poor at that. That is, a 10% pulling power increase for... I don't know, 20% cost increase. It's like a good 3,000 of bucks increase, whilst the base cost is like 16. So that's like, I think overall that's a loss in terms of power gain. This one's more efficient per money spent on power. So, yeah, besides, this one's also highly unreliable, so we're not going to use it. But in my eyes, we're better off using this one until the time is there that the reliability of this one will have dropped down that far lower compared to this one that it's worth the extra cost you pay. But for right now, this is a very uninteresting option. Also, which is kind of, well, not really that important, but this one's cheaper to buy as well. So, well, I guess we've just done a thorough analysis of what we have. Let's continue with building the stations and stuff that we were doing before this new and exciting train got available to us. Alright, and here we are. Now, you might have wondered why on what I was about to say, like, why in heaven's name I have made 2 trains over here. Well, there's a very good reason to do that, and that is that, oh, I forgot to do one thing though. I need to get these. Where is it? Oh crap, that's the wrong window. That might not work. Yeah, we need to go over here. We need to timetable them. Now you might wonder why, but that all has to do with the frequency of visits over here to the ironworks, because I need that to be at least once a month. And with 1 train, I don't know if it breaks down or something unfortunate happens, and then we will not have the monthly deliveries. So therefore we have 2 smaller trains. I don't really know if the capacity is that accurate, but we're gonna assume that we are good. Now, all that's left to do really is hook up those 3 kind of lost iron ore mines that we have over here. And one producing 90, another producing 90, and one producing 112. There is no wood to get to these iron ore mines, at least not as far as I know. I mean, there's no wood waiting over there, and nor is there, well, I mean, there is wood waiting over there, but that is all destined for other, wait, are you, well, that doesn't really matter, but that, we don't need full load waitings over here, that ain't, right, interesting, I didn't even know that we still had that set up over there. Oh, at least we got that fixed right now. So, like I said, I was saying, there is not going to go any wood towards the ironworks over here, because all the forests over here have been occupied. And if we take a look at the map around this area, and we highlight the close-by forests, you can see that every forest close by has been hooked up. All the ones that are not hooked up are not close by. So we're gonna have that just be bare metal. I have been thinking, you know, because there's like 2 ways that we can make metal. 3 actually. Well, by aluminum plants, of which there are 0 in existence. The other one is a steel mill. But of course, I mean, you're gonna guess it if we take a look at the steel mills at our map and we highlight those, we can see that there is none close by either. So there really is no other option other than to just feed the iron into this ironworks and then have that be it. As far as towns and cities go though, we might want to consider hooking up Proringford and as well as Brewtown, as well as Buntstone Bay, as far as we haven't done so. Have we not hooked up Buntstone Bay? No, we have not. We have, however, of course, Slending Hall in our territory, which isn't that bad. Now, one thing that we could... Ooh, another passenger tram. Ooh, as the game says. Very nice. Ooh, more. Yeah, this was, of course, you know, foretold by me that this would happen. Anyway, what we could do is build a quite long stretched station over here that would receive the iron from... You know, what I was thinking is a long stretched station. I mean, the iron over here could be fed by road. What I was thinking is a long stretched station which would also have docks which could accept the iron coming from this mine. If we are going to do it like that though, we might want to first satisfy Bruntstone Bay by connecting it up to Sending Hall docks. And is there... No, there's like no city close by other than Sending Hall docks. So if we do that there, you know, if we hook it up, with a long station. I'm thinking we should build canals, to be honest. If we do that though, we might want to plan out our stations first and then build the canal, because, well, the other thing is that the iron or the metal that we produce also needs to be shipped. And if we take a look at the map, because now some planning is what we need. We need it to basically arrive from over here, from this direction. I think, you know, we could make a massive detour, but this is a big detour. I think it's better if we unload it over here and then feed it like this. I mean, we have like 2 big cities over here, which are Nunningpool Falls and Fronwood. I guess if we, you know, do some slight terraforming over here, we could have a waterway hooking up both cities, which, I don't know, I kind of like that idea. And then we could build like another waterway, which, well, it's kind of tough, you know. Ideally I'd do everything by train and then have it go like this, but the detour is massive and it's really tempting to have this, you know, hook up over here and use this connection, which we are not going to. We're gonna make this difficult by going over here. So, knowing what we know now, I guess what we should do really is this is, well, we could get a canal over here. Build like a, wait, what's the terrain like? Oh, there is some slight hilling, there's a slight form of a hill over here. On the other hand, what we could do is hug the coast with a crazy long train track. Nah, it would hook up all our networks though. If we decide to connect it up to here, but that would be easy to do. That is tempting. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go with the train connection. First though, let's actually produce all this metal and then worry about how we're gonna ship the metal towards the machine thingy, right? Ladies and gentlemen, look what we have over here. We have the TFB Mark 1 bus, which is the faster version of the Foster bus, which is like an express type bus. Is it faster than the horse passenger carriage? No. So we're gonna use this one. It's a shame though, we just got this and it will be a good long while before we get an upgrade, though we might get one for this in the coming years. But chances of that surpassing the 6-horse passenger carriage anytime soon, slight. So we're gonna be stuck with this for quite a while to come. Alrighty, now I think that we got all our bases covered over here. We have all the towns hooked up to some sort of service, and all the iron is being processed into metal. Now, what we need to do next, and this is the most important bit, is we need to supply this machine shop with loads, and I mean loads, of metal. The plan is to have it come from all four sides, and if we take a look at the map, how we're gonna do that is that this metal, you know, from this forge will be supplied from this direction. The metal from up top here will follow from these tracks all the way over here, you know, coming from this direction. This metal will come from over here. And this metal will come from down over here. And you can see that we're coming from all four directions. Now usually that means that only one very specific type of station can be used. A complex one. And well, if you have watched the previous series of my OpenTTD game, then you might know what's coming. But that will be a very complex and intriguing build to hook up. Now, I don't think we'll do it this time, we'll do it next time, but there is, however, a thing that we can do this time that might also be very interesting for us. Now, I do wonder that 204 tons of metal. Wow, imagine, that's like raw metal. Nothing is being jacked up. 157 over there. Where now? I do need the map view over here just to guide me to where I need to look. Oh, and then there's this one, of course. Whoops. 280 tons. Can you imagine? I mean, that's quite a lot of metal being made there. So imagine all the iron ore mines jacked up. Yeah, this roundabout station needs to be big. Now, the other thing that I want to do is I want to take a look and start comparing vehicles proper to see, oh no, not that trains, to see if there is any gain for us to be had in, wait, can we? Oh, I thought for a moment we could have aircraft, but I thought if we cannot have aircraft, this would be grayed out, but turns out it isn't. Now, I want to take a look at which vehicles can be upgraded. So, we are going to take a look at, well, we have a mail truck over here, which, at least for running costs, is somewhat interesting, but in terms of speed, it is not. Now, this is also an old one. Do we have any of the new vehicles available yet? No, I think we only had pop-ups about those vehicles, but we never really ran them. We might have an opportunity, though, in our tram section. We are using the L-twin one, which is actually already the best one available for us. Yeah. Balls! Oh well, alright, so I guess there isn't that much to upgrade then. Well, that was done rather quickly. I thought, you know, that with all those new vehicles that we had gotten, there might be something of interest to upgrade, but turns out there is not. Well, in that case, we have all the metal being made. This machine shop will be the one. Let's take a quick look at the lay of the terrain. Yeah, about that. That's rather unfortunate. Workable though, but unfortunate. Now this is the town, you know, Winston Bay, that will, well, suffer, between air quotes, the most of our station that we're going to build here. So I kind of want to have it be on the good side before we even start, and what better way to do it than to hook it up to, well, I guess the only thing close, Saddinghead Cross. Yeah. There's no other easy venue close by now, is there? No. Well, I guess setting head cross it is, which is kind of unfortunate because setting head cross is right at that very annoying mark where it is too close for a train and too far for a decent road surface. And well, building a canal also really isn't an option. That's annoying. Isn't there like something like a hotel closer by? Not really. Oh man, this is tough. See, I don't want to build a separate road thing, or a terrain thing, because if I do, I want it to be hooked up to the network, and imagine having like a station, and then having another station in this horrible terrain. Yeah, we're going to need road access for this. That's gonna be bad. Right, you know what? We'll make a road over here. Or should we do trams? No, trams. No. We're gonna do a road access over here. Maybe we could use those express new passenger engines. Maybe. In any case, we'll hook it up quickly, just so that we will have them on our good side. Alrighty, and there it is, timetabled and everything. So right now we should get them on our side, and even if we derp up completely with the ratings, which, well, so far we're already like halfway down the gutter in that regard, we should be able to get back on top of it. So we're good in that regard. This station though will be the next big thing, but like I just said, that will be for next time when we play more OpenTTD.